They look more like torment eagles to me.
There are no eagles in the 5 families, only nightingales. Why am I wasting time with you on this?
Just as I thought. Here's the correct answer.
A truly miraculous discovery.
Really?
I was being...
Impressive. So much for Mr. Sunday's reserved, virtuous image.
Do you need me to remind you? We're in a dreamscape. No matter how grand the mansion looks.
Yeah, you're right. The only way to destroy the family is death. Sunday must have thought this.
Stream 4. Gleam of old blades.
A reward with no risk? I'll take it. This is hardly enough for a seat at the table. A reward with no risk? I'll take it. Stream 4. Gleam of old blades.
Don't forget to let your friends in on the act. Seek, and you will find. Stream forth, the gleam of gold blades. 4. Gleam bold blades. Don't forget to let your friends in on the action.
Hold on.
Huh? What's wrong?
No, but
My friend?
it's a trial. You got to prove your worth to Sunday before you can speak with him. If I'm not wrong, we need to find a way to open this door in the hall, or this place will be our prison.
Oh, and a
Get serious. I've no time for games. Let's head back. The hint is probably in that prominent sandpit.
Wow. That's an enormous sandpit. I'd love to build a tall building for myself. Once I have enough savings. Oh, look. There's a noticeable gap in the model. I believe you're right.
There wasn't a gap before. That man must have done it intentionally.
Well, with your brilliant mind, you shouldn't have any
Of course. Let's look around. When I see it, I will know it.
Fine. Fine. Why do I feel that we're pursuing a degree in burglary now?
Found it. This is it.
And the nameplate reads Gulliver's Arch. Well, I'm amazed you can remember something this tiny.
If I were you, I would shut my mouth. It's wise to remain silent when you should.
Oh, this reminds me of one of those building toys. Oh, look. The gap is closed. Oh, good heavens. Did I shrink? Am I still in a dream?
Indeed.
Oh, Doctor, you're huge. Oh, actually, I think we could make this work for us. Oh, fine. I was just kidding. Let's find a way to open the door.
Awaken, dormant world-cleansing dragon!
Another journey begins.
Sure. A reward with no risk? I'll take it.
Stream forth, the gleam of old blades. Stream forth, the gleam of old blades. Seek, and you will find.
Hello! Welcome to the Golden Hour base model. I am an Oak Soldier. I will be here to guide you through the tour of the base model. Happy?
And tell me about the tour.
Hello! Welcome to the Golden Hour base model. I am an Oak Soldier. I will be here to guide you through the tour of the base model. Happy to be of service. Found the nearest check-in spot. Please look behind me.
What's up with that? Now the family's toys are trying to frame me? I didn't do a thing to it, Doc. You've got to be my witness. Oh, capsule machine. There's no mechanism on the floor. Could there be one at the top? Doctor, do me a favor. So, I was right. These models have interiors that look exactly like the real buildings. The only difference is that no one lives in them. Funny that Sunday puts a miniature that makes him seem like a giant by comparison right where he can see it first thing in the morning. Insecure much?
Stream 4.
Oh, one of the fragments flew upstairs. I'll need to use the pinball machine to flick myself up there. But it's tough. Oh, great. There's another pinball machine base here. And it's empty, too. Doc! I'll need your brain power again.
There's no need to yell. I can hear you. The pinball machine must be hidden somewhere in the hall. Like the arch. Wait here, and I'll be back in a minute. Finally, a moment of peace. pleasant moments of solitude are always fleeting.
Oh, you're back. Just place it here. Thanks, Doc. Oh, Ratio, you should come in here and take a look. The view here is breathtaking. Honestly, you could easily squash me with just a pinch.
If that is your wish, I will do so without a moment's hesitation.
All done. Piece of cake.
Spring forth, gleam of old blades.
Inevitable. Lance ablaze. Lance! Forward!
High stakes, high rewards. Spend freely. The dice have been bust. Or maybe I'll take it all! All in.
Awaken, dormant scale. World cleansing dragon.
Watch your head.
Heaven surge. Break.
That's half the work.
Sure, I'll play along. It's on me.
He sent a storm. Heaven surge. Rise!
Free will, or was it fate? On the still waters of oblivion.
Hedge your...
Again. Another journey begins.
Sure, I'll play along.
How familiar.
All The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all! Watch your head!
Awaken, dormant. World-cleansing dragon.
That's half the work.
The strength. Heaven serve. Break!
Free will, or was it fate? Destined for oblivion.
Lands at the ready. Lance ablaze! Lance! Forward! No dirty tricks, alright.
Still waters of oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Spend freely. I'm on guard. Familiar. All in. Watch your head. The dice have been bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
The times are changed. Awaken, dormant. World-cleansing dragon.
Destined for oblivion.
I sense a storm. Heaven serve. Rise!
Hold on. Piece of cake. And the joyous tour of Toy City has come to an end. Makes me feel sad. Penacony isn't all bad, right? I'll use this interesting experience as a talking point at the poker table.
It's a pity you made it out of the sandpit alive. Sunday is just beyond this door. From my limited understanding, he's not someone easily handled. Are you prepared?
Yeah. Only I believe he's the one who should be prepared to face me.
Tell me about...
I don't have a plan. I'll just play it by ear. There are only two kinds of bargaining chips when dealing with people. Benefit or fear.
looks like sincerity isn't in your dictionary.
Am I not sincere enough? There's no need to emphasize it. We've got to make good use of death. That man's sister is dead. He won't be able to turn, and I'll help.
On what basis do you believe he's incapable, necessitating the delegation to someone from a rival faction? The IPC?
Simple. Because that murderer could very well be a traitor hiding inside the family.
Do you mean...
That was just an excuse, good doctor. There's something wrong with that woman, and we need someone who can keep her in check. It's better to minimize the variables outside our control while we execute our plans. Moreover, I need to know her identity. If I'm lucky. She could be an important pawn, and it's good to have more helpful friends when dealing with this matter. But honestly, the murder case is likely unrelated to her. I believe my standpoint. There's a rat in the family. Otherwise, why would Mr. Sunday arrange a private meeting with us? This isn't an interrogation, but a secret negotiation. We'll see. Using Robin's death as a bargaining chip, I'll win back my freedom and power. In the end, I'll ruin this beautiful dream and create the grandest death. If the chance of winning is just beyond this door, even if that chance is close to zero, well, you can't win if you don't play, right?
Ah, the charming audacity. To think that you, of all people, might emerge victorious, dear gambler.
3 chips are enough. All or nothing.
It seems my puzzles are too effortless for you, IPC Ambassador.
I appreciate your words. And I see you put a lot of effort into welcoming me, Mr. Sunday. However, this is no way to greet a guest.
Well, this isn't an invitation, but a summoning. Before we speak, I need to test your character. I imagine this knowledgeable doctor friend of yours has been of great help, yes?
Certainly. You ought to know this better than I do. He's already faithfully fulfilled his duties, hasn't he?
Yes, the doctor has assured me of your noble character. He considers you, like himself, a virtuous person who can be trusted by the family. I have come to know you very well as a person, Mr. Aventurine. You're diligent, generous, and willing to cooperate. The fact that you succeeded in overcoming many obstacles just to meet me gave me the reason to believe in your wisdom and courage. But there's one thing I must ask you. That is, you've used your wisdom at the wrong place to meet the wrong person and put yourself in a situation where you shouldn't be, witnessing a tragedy that shouldn't have happened.
You don't look too well. Am I making you anxious? If not, then it means I'm on your side.
If I wasn't mistaken, you'd just made a serious accusation against the family.
No, you weren't mistaken. For depravity is creeping in around you. There's no need for us to be evasive. Let's talk about your sister. Your sister's talent is unrivaled in the world of show business. As you know, her voice has been out of tune since she returned to Penacony. What's more disheartening, she can't sing anymore. Who could be responsible for this? Many suspect the culprit is among the outsiders, but I know you hold a different opinion. Now your noble status has become a shackle, preventing you from apprehending the murderer and avenging your sister's death. You're feeling anxious because you're out on a limb. But don't worry, I'm on your side.
I'm immensely honored by your concern for me, Mr. Aventurine. Since you're so selfless and generous, I believe you wouldn't ask for anything in return, would you?
Well, naturally, you wouldn't incur any loss from this. I just want to reclaim what is mine. My liberty and the personal items under the
box in which the cornerstone is stored.
That's right.
Cornerstone. I've heard it's a treasured asset of the Strategic Investment Department. A sacred stone that seals the Preservation Emanator, granting significant power, and every liquidation specialist holds one. For an object so precious, it probably comes at an even higher price than other forms of recompense.
Well, I'm sure you're aware of the high level of risk I'll be undertaking to bring the truth to light.
Mr. Aventurine, when you're out and about, do you always make adjustments to your appearance? Your tie should be on the center line. Your shirt must not protrude from your vest. Your trouser creases should be perfectly straight, and always aligned with the tips of your shoes.
Of course.
But I don't, because it's not appropriate to do so in public. You should make sure everything is presentable and in order before leaving the house. I'm not the kind that takes risks. The cornerstone must be in the custody of the family.
No room for negotiation?
Please, don't let me turn you down twice.
Sure. The gift money is good enough. I suppose you wouldn't mind that. After all, a merchant can't function without a bargaining chip.
You compromised quicker than I thought. Unfortunately, it's a gambler that needs a bargaining chip, not a merchant. I can give you your gift money, but before that, I want you to tell me. The fact that you can decisively forsake the box you asked for, what exactly is stored in it? Oh, triple-faced soul, please sear his tongue and palms with a hot iron, so that he will not be able to fabricate lies and make false vows.
What have you done?
Under the light of the harmony, all wickedness is revealed. I implore them to shed their light, and I'll ask you questions on their behalf. Next, you have 113 seconds to prove your innocence and gain my trust.
And if I refuse to answer?
You can try, and we'll see if the harmony rejects you. Question: do you own a cornerstone?
Yes.
What a simple answer. You, too, understand that idle chatter leads only to poverty. Did you hand over the cornerstone to the family when you entered Penacony?
Yes.
Does the cornerstone you handed over to the family belong to you? Is your memory free from any kind of tampering or deletion, encompassing but not restricted to the techniques of the Garden of Recollection?
Yes.
Are you an Avgin from Sigonia?
Yes. You even know about that?
Do the Avgins have any ability to read, tamper with, or manipulate one's own or another's mind?
No. Does it matter?
Do you love your family more than yourself?
Yes.
All the Avgens were killed in a massacre. Am I right?
No.
Are you your clan's sole survivor?
Perhaps.
Do you hate and wish to destroy this world with your own hands?
I don't know.
Interesting. Now, the final question. Can you swear that at this very moment, the Aventurine Stone is safe and sound in this box?
Of course.
Looks like we can get an answer. Open it, Mr. Aventurine. It's your last chance to defend your honor. Please. Are these what you're looking for? Since you came as promised, learned doctor, does this mean that you are willing to take the side of the family in this farce?
What makes you think you can convince me?
I've heard you haven't enjoyed Mr. Aventurine's company. I also understand that you're an avid learner who sees the pursuit of knowledge above all.
In that case, you ought to realize that a competent scholar knows their position and wouldn't forsake more vital matters for the sake of petty pride.
If you agree to assist the family, I'll share our research findings on the Stellaron. You must be quite aware that, besides the family, no other faction is willing to share such information.
Cut to the chase. What do you need from me?
I need Mr. Aventurine's comprehensive plan.
Haven't you confiscated his cornerstone? You can't expect a featherless bird to take flight.
But I've also heard the 10 elites in the Strategic Investment Department have united, progressing together in the interests of the IPC.
You'll have to speak more clearly than that.
The cornerstone, which Mr. Aventurine surrendered. Was it really his?
You question whether he would entrust you with someone else's cornerstone. The 10 Stonehearts aren't as united as you think. Cornerstones are significantly more precious to them than their very own lives.
But you know that he's a crazed gambler. The more vocal he is about it, the more cautious I must be.
I never imagined someone would share his way of thinking. Honestly, you should see a shrink. Bring it. The box containing the cornerstone is unique, and only IPC senior staff and related members can access it. But I happen to be among them.
I appreciate it.
Unfortunately, your guess is correct.
The golden stone. Its color and glow are similar to that of Klepoth's body.
This is the very ruse he intends to use to fool you. He won't reveal to you that the 10 Stonehearts chisel their own will into the cornerstones, granting them an unparalleled radiance. And this golden statue is also known as Topaz, not Adventurine, and it belongs to Topaz. So, do you wish to confront him?
Not at the moment. I'm more interested to know the location of his cornerstone.
The safest place somewhere you'd never think of. Because he never intended to hide it. In fact, that cornerstone has been in your hands from the very beginning.
I see. This bag. Mixing a cornerstone, more precious than life itself, with a bunch of worthless jewels, disguised as a gift of money waiting to be confiscated, is indeed in line with Mr. Aventurine's style.
Then he makes up some trivial excuse, downplaying the matter, and requests the gift money. This is a gamble, one he's all too familiar with, betting on your single misstep, leading to a total loss.
Learned doctor, I am grateful for your help. The family will surely reward a righteous person like you. As for the villain, I hope he retreats in humiliation. It was all thanks to your friend with a keen eye that I could add a blot of utter failure to your storied career.
Ratio, you wretch.
Finally shown your true colors, huh? Oh, and just to remind you, you currently only have 17 system hours left to live. Treasure your remaining time, and savor the delectable aftertaste of defeat.
You might as well explain yourself a little more clearly.
What I performed on you just now was the Harmony's consecration. You were to show allegiance beneath the illumination of their grace. Yet you acted willfully, uttering nothing but falsehoods, transforming the consecration into a trial. I genuinely see no reason to absolve you from it.
Is this what the Harmony represents? But is it built upon constraint and coercion?
You misunderstand, Mr. Aventurine. Punishment is meant for the irreverent, but I have seen your resilient spirit, and thus I offer you the possibility of a new beginning. Throughout these 17 system hours, you will be unable to escape the dreamscape, or contact any of your companions. You only have 2 paths before you, and it all depends on whether you can complete my test within the time limit. Should you succeed, you will be able to coalesce into the Harmony and be with your family. If you fail, you will suffer the wrath of the Eternal Centurion and fall into an abyss of doom.
Sounds like I'm gonna end up the same either way.
I indeed do need a servant to help me uncover the evil hidden in the family from an external perspective. I will purge the evil from the inside and bring the real culprits to justice within 17 system hours. When the time comes, compare your findings with mine. If both our findings align, or if you can provide me more insights, then they will truly be able to grant you mercy and honesty.
Shameless hypocrites. You took everything from me and still demand the truth? That isn't fair. Your carnival reeks with the stench of cash. Nothing is achievable without it.
This is meant to be an act of personal virtue, not requiring the family's support. Your bag is over there. Do as you please. I believe you can trade this bag of worthless jewels for everything you need. That's what gamblers excel at, isn't it? Off you go, Mr. Aventurine. You are free. I will wait here for your good news.
This meeting isn't an interrogation or a negotiation. It's an outright execution.
Why would I do that, Mr. Aventurine? I'm just wondering what a passerby who stumbled upon a scene of a murder could have found out. That's all. By the way, before you go, I have a personal question.
What is it now?
Do you truly wish to bring about the destruction of this world?
Kakavasha! Where did you go? Oh, are you injured?
I got it back, sister.
You went to look for them? That's too dangerous. It's just a neck. I can't live without you, little brother. Promise me not to look for those catechins again, okay?
Sister, don't be afraid. The catechins are fools, but I'm smart. I played
One? What?
I made a bet with them. The two birds in the desert and me. They suspected me of cheating.
Of course you'd win. You've always been a lucky child. Gaiathra Triclops must be watching over you. But that's no reason to push your luck by going up against those bloodthirsty, cruel catechins. Look, this is just a necklace.
I'm sorry, sister. I thought you'd be happy. Because Mom left you this necklace. There'll be no next time.
It is important. But not as important as you, my dearest brother. I don't blame you, but you must remember what Mom said. Pain and poverty are the trials of Gaiathra Triclops. She has also granted us a chance. And that's your good luck, Kakavasha. You're a child blessed by Gaiathra Triclops and can lead the clan to happiness. So always remember to protect yourself. And never resent the pain and poverty you're going through. All right? Listen to me.
Okay. But sister, if Gaiathra then why did she not protect Dad when he was swept away by the quicksand? After all, Dad went to the Catechins' land only to prepare for... And where was Gaiathra Triclops when Mom was shivering in our arms? Mom was still pleading for Gaiathra Triclops' forgiveness under... Sister, everyone praises me for being smart. Then how bad were our sins? So much so...
I can't seem to find any information on this artist in the Iris family archives. The photo you provided...
Just as I...
The dream pool? The equipment... I apologize. The hotel does not have access. This information is managed by the Bloodhound family. We can only gain access if there's a problem.
Looks like nothing can be found here.
At least we know who to look for next. We can ask the Bloodhound family for information. Thank you for your assistance, Miss Allie. By the way, is Miss Robin doing fine?
Fine? What does that mean? Is there something wrong with Miss Robin?
Sure enough, no, but that Miss Firefly is truly mysterious. There's no information on her in the hotel system. Even if she's a stowaway, she should have a disguised identity after entering the planet. She's also in the running for the legacy. How is she going to sneak into the dreamscape unnoticed?
Is there any other way to enter a dream?
The Memo Keepers have abilities that are difficult for normal people. The hacker girl from the Stellaron Hunters used extraordinary means to unlock the Dreamscape Hotel's seal. According to the scene witnessed by him,
The Garden of Recollection and the Stellaron...
The Bravo team has arrived at their designated... what do you know? It's more efficient this way.
Help! Help me! I spent all my...
Hey, check it out!
To all guests, the IPC will be conducting special operations.
I'll request a beating for you lot! You've been told not to drink during work hours. Take him back to the hotel room. I'll organize a meeting later to properly...
Miss Topaz?
Oh, long time no see, Astral Express crew. Aventurine has told me a lot about your happenings. It's fine. Do as they ask, and try to avoid any conflicts with the family. Report to me before taking any action. Yes, all right. As you see, the IPC isn't very popular here on Penacony. Cordiality from the family is a mere facade. The former frontier prison has turned around and cuffed its shackles on the IPC staff now. Only Aventurine, who carries an invitation, is allowed to attend the banquet. An entourage like us, we can only sit around in the reality hotel, unauthorized to even enter dreams.
No wonder Aventurine's scrambling to partner up with someone. The IPC can't back him up in the dreamscape.
His situation isn't optimistic, I hear. You're all helping to investigate some dirt on the family, are you not? Let me know if you need anything outside the dreamscape. The IPC always treats its partners well.
Thank you, Miss Topaz. We're on our way to the Hounds to verify some intel. Perhaps you've had dealings with them?
Yep. They're tailing us right now. Why not go and talk to them? It'll take the spotlight off me. Being constantly stared at is really uncomfortable.
We're carrying out our captain's orders. What do you want?
We made a mistake last time, and we're working hard to...
So that's it. They were the pair who were after Firefly.
You...
Well?
So you know each other. That's right.
Hey! The security officer instructed everyone to shut their traps before... What murder?
Yeah, that's right.
Looks like they're not going to cooperate.
Why don't we just look for the...
How does it feel to be in business with Aventurine? That's just his style. Baller. But Aventurine's luck has always been good. He's always... As for the two cases...
actually book a stay on credit. Fancy a dreamscape sightseeing shopping tour?
She's the girl of my dreams.
Quit giving me the stink eye. Such tight security. I bet they're stumped by the case as well.
Dreams are supposed to be confusing. Apologies. Hold on a minute.
How much trouble have you stirred up? You think you look alike? Wait,
Not possible. It was you the last time yelling about some clockwork I'm not letting you get by this time!
Huh?
Hold on, sir. We have documents authorized by the family that would aid your investigation. If it wouldn't trouble you, could we see this, Mr. Gallagher?
Who exactly is this Gallagher you keep talking? It was the
he'll do! He's the-
Sorry, no can do. Everyone, please leave.
We're really sorry for troubling you.
Another way. Can you perform it again? Please?
Sorry, everyone.
Sorry, but human lives and the family's reputation.
No? Do I really have to get... If that's the case...
No.
Looks like he's still...
Let me... Whoa! Time to clock out!
Huh? At least he won't be getting in our way again.
I was wondering what all the commotion was.
Hello, Mr. Gallagher, sir. Judging from your...
Miss Himiko, you're too polite. There's no need to call me sir.
Mr. Gallagher...
Of course I do. You folks are from the legendary Astral Express, and honorable guests of the Watchmaker. I had an encounter with this gentleman in the golden hour. I remember that little silver-haired girl was there too. I'm sorry for what happened to that kid.
This is also the reason why we've come to visit you, Mr. Gallagher. The Express can't just overlook the death of that child. So we've decided to help the family get to the bottom of it, in the hopes of getting justice for her.
The Nameless involved with the family. What an unpredictable twist of fate.
Why? What's wrong with the family?
It's nothing. On Penacony, everyone loves the family. No matter how much one resists the beautiful dream, when the time comes, they too will find it hard to let go. Who wants to leave a warm nest? Just idiots, little kids, and inebriated fools.
Mr. Gallagher seems to be getting at something.
You got it wrong. I'm not. You want to discuss the case? Sure, come with me. This is not a good place to talk. Let's go elsewhere.
Even after that chilling tragedy, this dream is still running effortlessly. Other than the family of the Harmony, it's hard to imagine any other power in the universe that could sustain a building of such magnitude.
The family itself is a huge, perfect building. Like a living idol. Each member of the family sees themselves as a piece of the divine puzzle, revolving around a singular core and a shared ideal. Under their command, they loyally fulfill their roles, offering themselves while also receiving sustenance in return.
Interesting analogy. Perhaps that's why Penacony's beautiful dream has persisted for so long.
But the human body has its limits, and so does the Divine's.
That doesn't sound like the kind of comment a Galaxy Ranger would make.
Just pointing out the facts. Mr. Yang will definitely have a better sense of what's going on than I do.
Why do you say that, Miss Acheron?
The beautiful dream is crumbling. But not because of a particular eon, a particular faction, or a particular visitor. Its collapse stems from a certain inevitability of human nature. The family refuses to acknowledge this, and it has ultimately backfired and become a catalyst. As people immerse their souls in the dreamscape, where consequences and pain cease to exist, and only ease and pleasure prevail, they draw closer and closer to necrosis. Regardless of the perceived bliss, death looms as the inevitable conclusion. Also, this necrosis will diffuse and spread. One piece of the puzzle's mutation will eventually cause the entire building to shake, break, and crumble.
In the end, the dreams that people built in the name of freedom became the cage that imprisoned them. I'm sure you've gained a lot from this trip, Miss Acheron. Are you willing to share your findings with me?
Of course. That's if I remember. Don't mind me. It's just a habit. Owing to events in the past, I've become easily forgetful. It's only when this sword is unsheathed that those hazy memories start to become clearer.
Take your time.
That should do it. I vividly remember everything that occurred on Penacony. Ask away.
The moment of daybreak. I've heard that's where the Dawn Factory, which processes the foundation of the dreamscape, is located.
Behind the dreamscape's song and dance stand many imagination factories. Workers create all kinds of whimsical works day in and day out, and they say it will suffice. Experiencing the bizarre and motley dreamscape is the best reward. There I encountered a young woman who had just come of age, the perfect time to indulge in beautiful dreams. Her greatest wish was to one day move to the golden hour and see the magnificent garments she had woven with her own hands. For certain reasons, her wish was difficult to fulfill. But I managed to bring her a garment.
Gilded Hour. It's said to be Penacony's currency center.
Yes. It is a fortress-like financial city, the economic heart of the dreamscape. The Pepeshi people of the Alfalfa family are there to keep it running, sending blood that is made from money everywhere on Penacony. Everyone there is exquisitely dressed and always in a hurry. The greatest wish of the local Pepeshi people is for their future generations to work in the Gilded Hour. I've never met anyone who is willing to talk. I could only stand at the crossroads, watching crowds of people hurrying like the wind through the jungle of steel, only to deposit the alfalfa credits that they'd earned into the bank's vault. I don't know if they would open the vault's door, but before I left, I witnessed a well-dressed Pepeshi person plummet from the sky, while those around him continued on their way, unfazed.
I hear the Blue Hour is very romantic. Do you have any tales to share?
Perhaps Mr. Yang has heard. There is a large boat called the Eventide, anchored along the Sea of Dreams, where soft music and dancing persist endlessly every night. I ran into a wizened lady there. She was at the dock, waiting for her long-departed lover to return, waiting for countless hours within time that stood still. In the humid sea breeze, she spoke of her own youth. Like many who desired wealth and love, they came to Penacony to pursue their dreams. Alas, her lover's consciousness was lost in the dark depths of the Sea of Dreams. Finally, she suggested we continue our conversation on a boat in the shallows. I agreed and boarded the boat with her. But she never said anything. Her eyes absent-mindedly gazing at the horizon for what seemed like forever. Finally, we retreated to the beach.
The dreamscape of chic, luxury, and consumerism, the moment of dusk. My companions have been there too.
Then you all must have seen those who are attempting to realize their dreams. Or have realized them. Scattering money as if it were dust and betting it on all or nothing. Everything has a price, and everything can be bought or sold. Even dreams themselves. I saw an Intellitron there, who was preparing to auction himself. When someone wins a bid under stipulated periods and rules, he would do the buyer's every bidding, becoming that person's very possession. That Intellitron had been auctioned off a dozen times, and I participated in his 13th. That was the grandest banquet I had ever attended. But never again did anyone cast another glance at him. This time around, there were no successful bids for him. This is what I've seen and heard along the way. Someone once said to me, Penacony wasn't like this a long time ago, nor should it be. I've traveled through the reality and dreamscape of the planet of festivities, watched the tides of night rise and fall when time stopped for people, where the spirits of the rich and impoverished remain forever fixed on their own scales. This is why I think the collapse of the beautiful dream is inevitable.
There might be a way to change everything.
Perhaps. But if this is indeed the world that people desire, if this is precisely why life chooses to slumber, should we still seek to change it?
Miss Akira? There was a man from my homeland who, at a time when the world was grappling with deep, unhealable pain, made a choice. He wove together the dreams of everyone in the world, linking people's dreamscapes, and shouldered this burden himself. From this, he created a giant, a spiritual Adam. And since that moment, the giant stood between heaven and earth, becoming who could not advance, forever lost their future. They slumbered in a dream, devoid of disaster and pain, living out their days peacefully in the man's created utopia. And it is because of the wishes of those people who wished not to awaken that this spiritual Adam became unbreakable.
And yet, you stand here right now, which also means that man failed.
Because people must always move towards the future. Even if human weaknesses make them pause when they truly cannot move forward, humanity will eventually seek a way to save itself. And that man, he was never a failure. Like everyone in that world, he etched the possibilities of human nature into his heart. He was the sun chaser of legend, soaring towards the sky and embracing his final victory with his fall. He ascended to heights uncharted, only to come face to face with the sun, a place not visited by anyone before. His wings would melt because of it, only for him to fall into the sea. And after that, countless others would surpass him, soaring to even greater heights.
A fitting metaphor for the Nameless's trailblazing spirit. Thank you, Mr. Yang. I know what you wish to confirm. The universe has innumerable similar, yet different worlds. In these worlds, there are innumerable people who look alike, yet don't. I too have embarked on journeys, encountering old friends with familiar faces on different worlds, witnessing their destinies follow paths similar to mine. So I will tell you, even if not completely similar, the story you just told, it overlaps with my past. And within that abyssal dream, I ended that man's life. Alone. I am not who you think I am. Nor will my home be as fortunate as your world.
I am sorry.
It's fine. I don't mind, so long as I can alleviate your suspicions.
There's something I still wish to know, Miss Acheron. Under that representation of the hunt, exactly what sort of power is it that has motivated your solitary journey thus far?
Mr. Yang, before answering that question, I wish to continue the previous topic. I like your analogy very much. Indeed, birds are born to fly. But in a distant past, their ancestors could only gaze at the sky in envy. They saw that faraway ray of light from above the heavens, piercing through the clouds and blanketing the earth. And so, time and time again, generation after generation, the birds spread their wings and took to the sky, attempting to touch its ceiling, all because the sun was there. Then, what if the last bird finally soars into the sky, only to realize that the end of the light is not the sun, but darkness? Then why, exactly, do we even walk towards the light?
Long time no see. Having fun on Penacony? Acheron?
This voice, it's not constant.
Though I don't know exactly what you are, or what you're up to, my bullets will find you. Until then, you best find a casket store on Penacony and ask the owner to reserve a good quality casket for you, imposter.
Imposter? I see. She gave my whereabouts to someone who's tracking Acheron too. Who are you?
Huh? Did I make a mistake? Who the heck are you?
I'm the Garden of Recollection's memo keeper.
Not bad. This is the kind of tough challenge I like. You that imposter's bodyguard? Never mind. It's fine. I'll leave a round for you. So get that forehead clean and wait for me.
I don't know what you're talking about, but you know Acheron, the Galaxy Ranger, yes? I have something to ask you.
Are you asking me to write your will? Sure. Go ahead.
Not quite. I only want to ask, how exactly did she become a Galaxy Ranger? She's clearly not a path strider of the hunt, but you are, aren't you? Tell me, what's Acheron's deal?
Sure. Heck, never thought I'd come across an ally. What a stroke of luck. Well, I'll be on Penacony soon. Memo keeper. Go buy a bottle of Asdana's white oak and warm it up. And I'll raise a glass to you. That lady's passed. Well, nobody knows. But if all you want is a simple answer, sure, you best get a chair and take a seat. That woman, named Acheron, is an emanator who should not exist.
You look pale. Or is that also part of your act?
I didn't think you'd have the nerve to show yourself.
I thought this was exactly what you wanted. After all, I faithfully fulfilled my duties as you instructed. Just tell me if you can't hold on any longer.
So, the genius of the Council of Mundanites wants to be my Undertaker now. What an honor.
Yes, and I'm pretty sure the people at the Strategic Investment Department would love to be notified of your death in due time. But let's not forget, you won't be seeing them, because I'm the manager of this task.
Great. Then tell your people that Aventurine is ready to go in 17 system hours.
Oh, you've got a lot of nerve. How exactly do you plan on completing your task while your hands are tied by the Harmony?
Well, my conversation with Sunday convinced me that there's a traitor in the family, and that they hold the secrets of Penacony. So, I took the opportunity to set everything in motion. I even managed to recover the gift money. Things haven't gone this smoothly since I walked through the doors of the Reverie. Now I'm only one step away from victory. Let's just wait and see.
Sounds like a very elaborate way of saying that you failed.
That's all I can say. Have you forgotten, Doctor? You betrayed me. Go. Do what you must. I look forward to the sight of the IPC fleet surrounding Penacony. You've achieved what you desired, haven't you?
That's true, but what's your plan? Did you conceal an orbital support beacon in that gift money bag?
Well, who knows? Maybe that's why I'm handing out cash even when I'm about to bite the dust.
You are indeed a gambler. An insane one at that.
Well, maybe I am. Who knows?
Fine. Here, take this. Open it when you're on your last legs. You'll thank me.
What's this? Medical advice? You catch on pretty fast, Doctor. Asking me to solve a case without giving a single clue. How typical of you, wing-headed scoundrel. But the way you're all on edge about that stowaway.
Haven of memories. Every touch, every moment is like a thorned rose.
All this free time, why not make the most?
Would you be willing to support my performance? Wow, how fabulous!
Well...
That's incredibly kind of you. Thank you so much, sir. If you ever get the chance, please, feel free to come by and indulge in my singing.
Sure thing. By the way, do you happen to know anything interesting about death?
Death? That's a pretty scary topic, and it doesn't really match the mood of this sweet dream.
Well, you see, I'm a tabloid reporter collecting ghost stories in Penacony. As you know, the more chilling the stories, the more attention they get. Maybe you could help me out.
Well, if you're up for some gossip, it's not about death, but there have been some rumors about a guest at the reality hotel who fell into a deep sleep and didn't wake up. It was like they were in some sort of coma. Nobody knows what caused it, but luckily the customer eventually regained consciousness. Well, all customers are under the protection of the family, after all.
Thank you. This will make for a very juicy headline. May Shibe protect us. Unexplained coma. That's actually what happens to your body if your brain dies in a dream. But unfortunately, the customer ended up waking up in the end. I can feel something inside my head. Is the harmony starting to kick in?
The world has truly lost its way. You... Wait. I get it now. This is some sort of prank show, right? You must have some cameras set up around here to film yourself doing good deeds, right? You youngsters are always looking for a quick way to get an audience. But you know what? A truly great show never comes easy.
A great show will start soon, old man. But before that, I need to ask you something. Do you know where I can find death in this dream?
Ah, I see. Another fearless youngster looking for death. Oh, well, let me give you a piece of advice. Don't think you're the first one who's ever thought of that idea. Death? Not even remotely innovative. I bought it from Dr. Edward. He claimed it was some exclusive fancy schmancy stuff. Oh, but what a disappointment. The effects were awful. First, some monster covered in eyes stabs you in the gut. And then all you see are blurry glimpses of buildings and lights. The sky was spinning so fast it almost made me puke.
Is that all?
Yeah, what else can you expect? Don't put too much stock in the Penacony movie industry. They even call this junk groundbreaking art. Can you believe it?
What a joke. Well, I'll leave you be then. I hope you have a wonderful day. A monster covered in eyes. That sounds like the Memory Zone meme. But buildings and lights... I don't think those have anything to do with death. Well, that whole dream bubble was probably created using rumors and gossip. The disturbing voice in my head.
A sip of liquor. A blissful reprieve. To drown 1,000 sorrows. Let worries leave. I know I have what it takes to become a poet. You're giving these gems to me? Didn't expect to meet such a generous soul in this place. Or are you just pitying me? Well, it really doesn't matter. As long as I have Soul Glad, that's enough. This is just a dream after all.
You really shouldn't drink so much Soul Glad, my friend. It's not good for your health.
Oh. Maybe I really should quit. But not before meeting the Devil of Soul Glad.
The Devil of Soul Glad? Care to elaborate?
Yeah. It's a seahorse with a long neck. They say it loves to appear to drunk people, especially the ones who are passed out on the side of the road. How funny.
Yeah. Very funny indeed. Thank you. Does everyone have to go through so much torment before joining the family? Darn it. Now I just want to dig out my brain and use it as evidence.
Soul Glad diesel flavor. Aromatic, rich,
and... Take care, my friend. If you ever find yourself in danger, remember that the hounds are always ready to help. You don't look good.
That won't be necessary. I have some business to attend to. But thank you all this...
All right, then.
Well, actually, I do need a favor. As the most outstanding hound...
Stowaways?
All right. Good luck with your work, then. What was I even thinking?
Were you wanting to talk to me? Sorry, I thought you were checking out something behind me. Is this a gift? For me? Are you sure this isn't some kind of mistake?
Yes, it's for you. Just take it.
Is this for real? Someone is actually giving me a gift. Not for my parents, but for me. Thank you. Thank you so much.
No, it's not much. I just want to ask you something.
I knew it. What's on your mind? Are you trying to ask about my father or my mother?
Neither. I just wanted to know if you've ever heard about death in the dreamscape.
Oh, you sound just like my father. Always warning me about danger, even in dreams. He's an Intellitron, so his dream entry methods are different from us organics. Can't count on him to protect me if something does go haywire. Funny, right now I'm still under his protection. How ironic.
Hey, stay positive. Gold will always shine one day, right?
You want to talk to me? Sure, but nothing too sensitive, okay? Another curious...
How did your boss talk?
Well, I thought about it.
Guess she's got... The Devil of Soulglad, Dangers in the Dream, and Nightmare Ghosts. Well, sure.
Remember what I said. You Sigonians are better off hiding in the sewers. Look at you, snooping around and sticking your nose everywhere. Is the smell of death so enticing, my fine fellow?
Oh, it's you, masked fool. I should have guessed it. You're the imposter who appeared on TV after Robin's death, right?
I heard you got caught by the family. I gave you a clear clue. Befriend a mute. Simple and straightforward, you know? And what did you do? You messed it up and ended up as their prisoner. I told you to make friends with a mute, not become one yourself. You really let me down.
What do you mean?
You know better than I do. Who watched the little songbird that couldn't sing perish right before their eyes? You did, Blondie.
No, I mean... What did you mean by becoming one myself?
Well, it means you'll soon end up like her, unable to speak ever again. But it's a good thing if you ask me, because...
Because I'm getting closer to the truth, right?
Oh?
Why else do you think I'm handing out cheap trinkets all over the streets, fool? All part of the act. Fool's bait. The more pathetic I seem, the more likely you'll come sniffing around. So, now that I've drawn you out, will you reward me with an answer for my efforts?
Why should I help you?
Don't you want to see Penacony descend into... chaos? Well, I can make that happen. I just need an answer to one question. Back then, when you asked me to find a mute, did you really mean Robin?
And what if I say no?
Then I'll thank you. Oh, the word no has never sounded so pleasing.
Well done. I admit I underestimated you, but what difference would it make? Let me tell you something. There were 2 mutes, but one is dead now, and the other, though he's still in Penacony, I'm afraid you'll never find him again.
Now I'm completely sure that I was on the right track from the beginning and never strayed, fool. Right now, there are only 2 things missing from my grasp. The meaning behind the truth, and the means to expose it.
How impressive. That's quite a fancy way of saying I haven't learned anything so far.
Not exactly. I've gathered enough clues to prove its existence, and that's enough for me. As for the answers to my questions, I'll find them within 16 system hours.
Oh, really? Only 16 system hours? Well, let me lend you a hand. Here you go. This is my precious, mutually assured distraction button, and I have one just like it. When either of us presses it, the other and the whole of Penacony will go up in smoke. If you're really so desperate for the IPC to take over Penacony, blowing up the chessboard isn't a bad idea. Start from scratch. That's where the IPC excels, right? Just press the button when you're at your wit's end. And of course, feel free to reach out to me for my hospice care, too.
Oh, a deadly button, huh? Well, I guess the family didn't take your threat seriously at all. Otherwise, how on earth did you manage to bring it in here?
I have my own ways. That's all you need to know.
Well, I'm afraid I'll have to decline your offer. Who knows if your little gadget will actually work. By the way, I have no plans to search for the other mute friend you speak of, but it's good to hear that he's still here in Penacony. I'll handle the rest myself. I'll orchestrate a grand finale for the downfall of the family. And at the climax, the walls will crumble, people will wake up, and those who couldn't speak will find their voices again. When that time comes, go ahead, press the button, light up the sky with a magnificent fireworks display for me. Catch you later, fool.
You're still talking big, but sure, if that happens, I'll stay true to my word. Just don't let me down now, okay?
So, number 35. You're back. Like your new lucky charm?
Can a commodity code really be considered a lucky charm?
Silence! I didn't give you permission to speak. The guys in black didn't say much, so I've no idea what you did to save your skin in that massacre back in the day. But I figured you must have had good luck, so I bought you. From now on, you and your good... Your first task is simple. In addition to you, I've purchased 34 other slaves. Go and play a game with them. You came out alive after 2 days. It proves that you are the real deal.
You're insane.
Testing out if you're a good product.
Aren't you worried that the money you spent on me will go to waste?
I've got stacks on stacks, Blondie. The slave market is never short of self-righteous brats like you. But you look good. And that's why many customers are betting their fortunes on a scrawny brat like you. So go along now and don't let your master down.
How much did you spend?
What?
My price.
Huh. You really want to know?
I'll take my chances. 30 tanba.
Are you trying to strike a... Yeah, sorry, but that won't do. Don't forget your place, slave. You're not qualified to be at the table. You're just a chip. A life thrown... It's all or nothing.
What brings you here, Gallagher?
Some friends from the old days. Do you have a moment?
Oh, I have the whole day to spare. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dream Jolt Hostelry. This bar offers a wide variety of drinks, but we draw the line at Soul Glad. Why settle for ordinary when you can experience extraordinary? We're dedicated to serving up nothing but pure joy and laughter. What would you like to drink? I'll whip it up for you.
Oh, look! A lady as cool as Serval!
Who's Serval? Will you, introduce me to her? Huh?
Oops. She's her...
Just spare them, my esteemed bartender. I'll take over the bar. I'm getting up there in age, and I need some practice before I forget the skills that used to put food on my table.
They're all under the counter. Since our guests have traveled from afar, shouldn't you whip up some special drinks?
That's exactly what I had in mind. Hey, my friends, do me a favor. Go around the bar and bring me any ingredients you fancy. The discussion might take quite some time, so I'll prepare some customized, non-alcoholic drinks for you.
In the bar? But aren't all the ingredients right there on the counter?
Why, we're in a dream, my lovely lady. You can help yourself to anything if you wish for it. Comfort, hunger, confusion, or even boredom. It's all within reach, right at your fingertips.
Oh, did you hear that? She just called me my lovely lady.
Even in reality, mixing drinks is more than just throwing ingredients together. A bartender needs to capture the bar's atmosphere, master technique, and spin a tale of mystery and anticipation.
Only then can a perfect drink crafted with a customer's life story be created.
In other words, what you get from your drink is down to luck, so don't overthink it. Indecisiveness has no place when it comes to enjoyment.
Seek, and you will find.
It's Soul Glad! But I thought they didn't sell Soul Glad at the bar. Let's give it a shake. Nice, it's still fizzy and has a long shelf life. That's possible. You see Soul Glad everywhere these days. So it wouldn't be a surprise if someone brought a bottle here. Why don't they sell Soul Glad in this bar? Did something happen?
It's all about the bartender's pride. It wouldn't make sense for customers to come here and order drinks they can find anywhere else. That's the mindset I use when I brew my coffee.
You're right, Himeko.
Seek, and you will find. Don't forget to let your friends in on the action.
Hey!
A few days ago, an act... Nah.
That being...
You'll have to ask her yourself.
That's quite a stash. Not sure if it's enough.
Stay out of my...
Uh-huh?
Haven't I made myself...
But you have come with me.
As you see,
Fine. If you don't come along, I'll just sit here and not go anywhere else. Give me a sparkling drink. Sweet. With extra ice.
Just... one moment.
What's her deal? We can't discuss the case with other people hanging around the bar.
Hey, can you do that clockwork trick of yours again?
Yeah, I'm
You're one of Siobhan's guests, right? What can I do for you? I just don't get... I've seen it. The crowd is going wild. Applause crashing like wait. I've seen that scene.
She's still not leaving.
I just don't get... I'm too timid. You don't know. I know.
She's still not leaving.
I just don't get... Those don't... Well, maybe here's the payment for the...
Amaki has left? That's good for her. Radiant dreams may be enticing, but they're nothing more than dreams. Her drink is on the house. Please keep the money. When you're ready, go to Gallagher. I can tell he's itching to show off his skills.
That being said, so go ahead. Explore. Nice work. You found some interesting ingredients. Each drink has its own unique flavor, and the base ingredient sets the tone for the initial taste and the lingering aftertaste. So, which one would you like to use as the base? Sweeter than Susa juice? Now that you've chosen the base. That being said, so go ahead. Nice work. You found some interest. Each drink has its own. Sweeter than Susa juice and more bitter than dream syrup. Dream in a bottle. That's now that you've chosen the base, it's time to pick the. The taste is after those
Mikhail.
Almost there. Let's pick a decoration. Which style? A symbol of bravery and dawn. Well, it's done. Here's to you, Watcher, with this glass of the long goodbye to a bitter childhood.
Well done, Gallic.
So, are you satisfied?
Oh, the flavor!
The richness and layers of these flavors are a masterpiece, especially with the adjuncts. I'm not entirely sure what it all means. Maybe Mr. Gallagher.
Well, if you're expecting a profound answer, I'm afraid I'll disappoint you. The imagery it implies is pretty straightforward. It's just a glimpse of what this dream truly tastes like. Nothing more.
Does this true taste have anything to do with that, Mikhail?
Yeah.
I was right about you. Let's dig deeper into the case. All right, let's start with what we know based on the clues the family has. It seems that Firefly isn't a local or an invited guest. In other words, she's a stowaway. She managed to fool me at first. My age must be getting the best of me. But here on the planet of festivities, stowaways are a common sight. You're bound to run into one sooner or later. After the incident, the hounds wasted no time searching for that girl in both the dreamscape and reality. But here's the thing. We only received bad news, and the trickiest kind at that. She simply vanished, leaving no trace in the dreamscape or reality, as if she had never come to Penacony at all.
Huh? Does that mean...
That's impossible. Let me be frank. This case, actually, is unlike anything the Bloodhound family has dealt with before.
Dealt with before? So, death does happen in Penacony, if I understand correctly.
You've witnessed it, so there's no need to hide. Even the shiniest city has its dark side. We're all adults here. Surely I don't need to explain too much to you. Confronting the family based on that alone would be naive. Death may occur in sweet dreams. So what? Such events are highly unlikely and only affect a tiny number of people. If you really want to delve deeper into this case, you need to understand the true problem with the family.
I guess it's time to tell the story of that Mikhail.
You're very perceptive. The Astral Express has received that music box too, right? Do you know the secrets it holds?
There's a message. Witness the impossible in the realm of dreams. Find the legacy of the Watchmaker, father of Penacony, and thus the answer to the question, why does life slumber?
That's the exact wording.
Hey, why are you laughing? Wait, did you write it? It's quite poetic.
No, but I'm the officer in charge of this case, so how could I not know? I'm sure you must have noticed that this message didn't come from the family. You might have even guessed that the relationship between the family and the Watchmaker isn't as close as it seems.
That's just our speculation. Actually, it's hard to believe that the father of Penacony and its actual managers are at odds.
Now I can assure you that your speculation is absolutely correct. The family has considered the Watchmaker an enemy for a long time, but the Hounds haven't been able to track him down, as he seems to be living only in the characters and stories he created. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever wondered why the family allowed the Watchmaker to send out such a ridiculous message to the outside world, inviting you here and causing chaos?
So, you want to seize this opportunity to expose the Watchmaker?
Well, now you understand why the Oak family authorized the Nameless to assist in the investigation, but kept you in the dark, right? Because the Watchmaker is not the legend of the land of the dreams at all. He's the most shameful stain in the history of Penacony, and he's the root cause of all the anomalies in the dreamscape. You don't get it? Mikhail, the betrayer of the family, he's the Watchmaker. Here we are, Clock Studios theme park, the most popular entertainment center in Penacony.
Wait, aren't we supposed to be discussing the Watchmaker? I would have expected you to take us to maybe a library or an archive room of sorts. But an amusement park?
The culture of a city reflects its history in the most authentic way. To you, it's a fun place. But to me, it's a prison for the planet's past. You know that Penacony used to be the IPC's prison planet, right? All the prisoners were brought here, helping the Garden of Recollection salvage the leaking memoria from the macro void. The prolonged exposure to high concentrations of memoria caused a unique phenomenon. The dreams of countless prisoners intersected and overlapped, and people started meeting each other in their dreams, living lives that were almost identical to reality. But everything has a price, and sweet dreams are no exception. In the end, the dream world was unable to alleviate the suffering of prisoners in reality. One of the prisoners broke free from the IPC's shackles and fought for freedom. He is Hanu, the great leader of Dreamville, the great peacemaker, and the faithful companion of the underdogs. History is always written by the winners. However, it's undeniable that Clocky is an animation that draws from Penacony's actual history. These characters not only exist in Dreamville, but also in the distant past. Once you realize this, you'll understand why we're here.
There are so many members of the Bloodhound family around here.
They just received a lockdown order, supposedly from Sunday himself. Who knows what it's for?
Investing here is like a bet you can't.